Welcome back to the office, Brendan. Glad to have you. What brings you to the office?
Thank you so much, Vern. So I had a $4,200 tax swing. Last year I got a refund of $2,200. This year I owe $2,000.
$2,200 to $2,000. Okay, you had a refund. Now you owe. Is what we calculated. All right.
And nothing's changed in my withhold all of my information, my job, my income. So I'm concerned. Like, what happened?
Essentially, in your tax return is principally W-2 wage earners, and two things happened during the tax season. We had a tax bracket. I looked up your tax bracket, and essentially your bracket went down about 1% or 2%. So you'd think it would be logical that if your rate went down and everything stayed the same, that you would probably get it. The 1% increase in refund. And it's because of the political game that was played. The White House was in a box last November, or knew it was going to be in November. So in May, how do we, and that's going to end up being the White House at this point, that this is the decision, how do we project to the wage earner that they're going to end up being ahead when November elections come up? Well, the taxpayer isn't going to know the return until now. When you come in and talk to, and so that's after the election, that's going to end up being April 15th. You're in the same game. So it more is just simply they fooled around with a withholding table. So I have two types of clients, and one of them that expect a refund every year. They pay too much money in, and why? Because they wanted to take a vacation. They wanted it's a forced savings account to pay off their credit card. Or there's others like me that pride themselves on accuracy, and they hate paying a check because they're doing the calculation. When the Internal Revenue Service, at the direction of the White House, changed the withholding table, they essentially said, how do we do this? Why don't we increase their take-home pay by approximately $20 per pay period or per week? Now, that's what you got caught in. So we have two things. Your taxes may have gone down. We'll talk about that in a moment. Withholding is a prepayment of tax concept. It has nothing to do with the tax that you owe. But if they give it to you in the prior years, or the prior year, and they increase it at approximately, it was about $2,200 per W-2 wage earner. You're married. So that's going to be 42, 44, somewhere that you're going to be in a shortfall. When are we going to know that? When I delivered you the tax return. And now you're saying, well, wait a minute. You increased my fee 30% and I owe $2,000. What kind of an accountant are you? But it's because the IRS, and they put out massive IRS notices saying, hey, you're going to be under withheld if you don't do this. What I'm going to recommend to you immediately is to, you and your wife go back to the employer and change it to zero withholding. Or if you're already at zero, making sure it doesn't do that. So next year, you're going to be able to be assured that you're not going to have to dig into your pocket or not lose the money. but it was strictly a political ploy to a tax regime, a tax policy that was meant to politically help out on the election,
Wow.
but that the taxpayer wouldn't find out until after the election. So now after the election is after April 15th, guess what? You now know, and you're back here again asking why.
So I'm not alone. This is across the board.
This is
All over.
it's all over the United States, and CPAs are answering this question right now. And they're going to be doing it until October 15th when we get it done. It was allowing the political system to manipulate the tax regime. And so, sorry, can we fix it? Yes. Can I fix it for last year? Probably not. Well, I can't. It's over with. And so we're going to have to do some refiling, etc. But I guess that every CPA would like to say one thing to every one of their clients. Not my fault. And what I will do, I promise you, is to work with you to make it more planning and less painful.
I'm so grateful that you were on top of this and that you're giving me the straight shot. I really appreciate that, Vern.
And I'll do another thing. I feel bad about it. No charge, my friend.
Wow.
Glad to have you here.
Thank you so much, Vern.